making the right decisions for you and your family. So come along as we are Things Green. Well, look at you being a busy beaver like that. Hey, how's it going, Dan?
Pretty good.
Whoa!
Oh, sorry.
Look at this. You know what? I've had that little shocking thing done before, but I didn't realize you were going to shish kebab me. Look at these nasty things. What in the world's going on here?
Well, we know what these are for. They're for petting a dog or cat and get the hair off of them.
Okay.
But
okay. Wait. He figured I was going to be coming over here, so he was going to be petting me. Is that what it was?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Because they're brand new, so why not? Want to do that?
Okay, so these are used for, what are you using them for? You're not using them for a dog or a pet or on my chin?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Actually, I use them to, we know how we get clumps of dirt and we smack it and it just makes smaller clumps and you wish you could get it smaller. This is what you do with it. You get amendment like that. You get amendment that's hard together.
Okay, hey, let me get this bucket. Yeah, I'll put it in the bucket.
And you just, rub it like that. And you got yourself all ground up nice.
Look at, you're pulverizing it with
Yeah, so it's nice and fine stuff.
Do that again, that's pretty cool.
Want to do that one more time?
Yeah, do that one more time.
Just put it in there. And these are, you get them at a pet store. You can order them online. And
that's really smart. Good for you.
Yeah.
Thinking outside of the box. Yeah, I have a friend of mine that we recently were at his place, and he said he had a bag that was like that, and he says, I took it to the street and I took a hammer and I started just pounding away at it. But that's right here would have ground it down. Okay, so you got some other fun things that are happening here too.
I do, yeah. I have eggshells that I grind down quite naturally, but we like them fine, like dust.
Okay.
So a couple of bricks, you just sprinkle it on, and then you rub it.
Oh, look at you, Smarty.
And you got dust.
That's like a flat mortar and pestle.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to, or pestle and mortar, you don't even have to buy one of those things.
Yeah, I usually put a sheet of paper under it to catch it.
Oh, yeah.
But,
yeah.
Yeah,
and where are you using the eggshells?
I make soil, my own compost and amendments, and I add a little this, and a little this to when I plant, things. So. Yeah.
Now on Facebook, this is Mr. Funny Pants over here, because if I need a good chuckle, he's there several times a day posting things that we need to we need to make ourselves happier. I mean, look at the smile on this guy. He's always got it on him. All right, so you got some plants that are growing in really tight situations here, and they're doing very well. Look at this. You have tomatoes and all kinds of things, geraniums underneath.
Yes, we come out and get our own tomatoes.
Nice.
Of which I think there's a bunch down. There was.
I know the other plant way over there had a whole bunch.
Yeah, we have animals that eat them. That's funny. They don't eat them until they're ripe.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, do you blame them?
Yeah, really.
Gee whiz.
They know how they like them.
So the reason why we came down here today is because one of the things that I wanted to share with everybody is that you you do a gardening technique that people only maybe think about. Well, first off, can I give you my interpretation?
Sure.
Okay, so what I think is that I don't know if you're a teetotaler or not.
I kind of am.
Are you? Okay, so I was going to say that he got drunk, fell down on the ground, looked at it out of his gutter, and decided, hey, I'm going to make a planter out of that. But since he's a teetotaler like I am, I think he just tripped in his garden, fell down, looked up and said, hey, I think I'm going to make a planter that's too high to reach and grow things in. And that's kind of what you did over here.
Kind of what I did. Yeah, actually, to tell the truth, I saw this old abandoned building, and up on the second floor they had a gutter, and there was a plant growing out of it. And I thought, well, obviously dirt blew in it and a seed, and it grew. And a month or so later, I go, oh, I got an idea.
Nice.
So I decided to plant my gutter with plants as well, and it's come out really quite nice.
And you know what, every picture that you post every year, and I think I asked you maybe 3-4 years ago, hey, let's get together, I got to film this, and we finally had a chance to do it. But it actually gives me a great opportunity to ask you some questions here.
Sure.
That as we know, number one, we had some inclement weather this year.
Yes, we did.
The weather has been just something else. We had an average of like 12,000 feet of rain. And I may be exaggerating on that one just a bit, but how do you put a planter inside of a gutter when you have that much rain? I mean, do you have the plants growing out here now? What's going on?
Well, there's a trick to it.
Okay.
We don't plant during the winter. Complicated. But no, what I do is I have my gutter, and I have, it's a metal gutter, and I get the plastic gutters from our local.
Okay. Let me go get a piece of it while you're talking about it.
Right there, yeah. You know, out of our hardware store, your favorite hardware store. And like this, and I insert it in my gutter, usually a little bit longer than that.
Wait. So you already have a gutter that's there?
I already have that came with the house.
Okay.
Nice metal gutter.
Okay.
And I insert this plastic one.
And it just fits right inside?
It clips right inside.
Really?
Usually 3, maybe as much as closer to 4 feet long.
Do they design it like that?
You know what?
Now this is a real thick one. It's a real big one.
Yeah, it's a thick metal one.
Okay.
And this plastic one clips in just like it was made for it.
Okay, so we're gonna take it this way right here, and we would put it in like this.
Like that.
Okay. Yeah, that is cool. I had no idea. I thought it was going actually inside of the gutter, but it's a gutter within a gutter.
It's a gutter within a gutter.
You are so sneaky.
I know. So the reason for that is that it's cleaner. It's not as hard to clean up. But come fall, when the rains are coming, I get up on my step ladder and I pop these out and dump them into a waiting wheelbarrow down below.
Okay.
And then I take that dirt over into the corner where I have a compost pit, and I recycle the dirt for next year, next spring.
And this is the ladder that you would use for this,
Yeah.
right? So you got to make sure that you're pretty stable on there.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to say that if you do this, you want to something you feel really good, secure on. I like this because you got a handle, and you got an area to set your tools and plants, and I can come up here and do whatever. I was up here all
Oh,
day.
there you got some strawberries right here.
Got some right here.
Look at that.
Strawberry.
Look at this. You have a little quadruple one going on, or a triple, and you get that.
Yeah.
And it also looks like you've got.
Well, I got more coming too.
Yeah.
And here's another one.
That is so neat. So you just sit up here, like when they start coming down, do you just kind of, like this?
Oh, I'll come out. I'll have my my cereal bowl, and I'll come out and find me one that I like and pop it for my cereal.
Nice.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any fresher than that.
No, that's as fresh as it gets.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so good.
So fortunately, I also have this brick planter, and I can stand on it and I can come up and test it and see if it's wet enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. I see. So
Yeah, I just go up here. And
for
go,
those of us that
yeah.
are Fertility Challenge just coming, so now this is moist. All right, so now that's a really good question now. How are you watering this?
Very good question. No, I just turn it on the shower head. It's on a wand, and I bend
water
it.
wand.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I turn it on the shower, and I put it on real lightly, and kind of just go back for about 10 feet, and I turn around, go back the other way, make sure everything gets good and soaked.
Okay, and it's all dependent on how the weather is going to be, because another thing that here in Southern California that we had was really overcast for several months.
Yes.
It was ridiculous. And I think today we hit the first day of the time when it's actually warm today.
It's actually going to be warm today. Yeah, it's feeling like summer for finally.
Yeah, so we have that. So you when you end up watering this, do you end up getting any drainage out of the gutter?
You'll hear it dripping down in there.
Okay.
But it's not running. It just drips. You know, you can hear it hitting boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
That noise that drives you nuts if you're sleeping at night. You're trying to sleep at night.
So we make sure that we water early in the morning.
Yeah. That's
We'll
what I
do
would do,
that.
because I don't ever like to water my plants in the evening or I don't believe in getting the leaves wet.
Yeah.
They don't like to go to bed with wet leaves,
No, they
especially
don't.
roses.
So are we taking and we're planting these plants, different plants each year then, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We go to several nurseries and we like, and we find anything that drapes, that hangs. You know, and that's the rule number one. It's gotta hang over.
Yeah.
Not like liquor hangover, but
Yeah.
it's gotta hang.
Different kind of hangover.
Different kind of hangover. And we go ahead and just plant them like that.
That's nice.
And come fall, we dump once again.
Okay. And then you take that and then you recycle all the soil.
Recycle in my compost bin.
And then that's also where the once you have that all nice mixed in, are you putting the eggshells in while you're composting, or is it after when you're?
I do it after. I do compost. I buy some store-bought stuff, and then some of my eggshells in it.
Yeah.
Mix it all real good, and then I go ahead and plant.
You see, the reason why we do stuff like this is because when you end up having soil that's used, the plants are drawing out the nutrients from it. Now, you can reuse that soil, but you have to refortify it. You have to put nutrients back, you have to build it up, and then once you have that, it'll be okay to use once again.
Yes.
So you have that whole process going on for you. Well, this is just really kind of cool. Now, are you watering all these other plants by hand while you're doing that? Or
Yes,
do you
I
have-
am. Yeah,
Okay.
I actually have a sprinkler in there, and
Okay. Yeah, because
But
I
I
saw
don't use them.
I saw this one capped off, so I kind of thought that maybe you abandoned your sprinkler system. But
yeah,
some of it.
People that put this in put in the big 8 to 15 feet sprinkler head,
Oh yeah.
and they had it open all the way, and it was spraying. It came out and was spraying against the wall.
Oh no, did it eat up the house?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
So I just took them off, and
Okay, now I have to admit, it has this right here is an old school plant. You don't see it that often any longer.
Yeah.
I think they're absolutely gorgeous. This is called the fuchsia, and they grow a couple of different ways. They grow in these hanging baskets like this, or you can find them as what we call standards. And standards are actually trees where they'll have
Right.
they'll have an actual trunk on this thing going all the way down. They only get about this big. They're not that big, but it's like a nice little powder puff ball when you
Yeah,
have them over here. But look how beautiful that is.
right.
That's absolutely gorgeous. So this is what I think is kind of cool what you have going on over here. You have you have your ferns, you have your clivia. These are all plants that really enjoy shade.
Yes.
They enjoy not as much light. Let's put it that
Right,
way.
yeah.
And then, like I said, he tripped in the garden. He fell on the lawn, and he was going like this. He's looking at his gutter. I got full sun up there. I think I'm going to go strawberries because those strawberries need full sun, don't
Yes,
they?
they do.
Yeah, I like that. So you have different colors, different schemes going on over here.
Right.
And I don't know if camera dude can catch this or not, but look at the size of this monster right here.
Yeah.
This is what it's all about right here.
Right.
Look at that.
That's
Yeah.
going in the cereal bowl tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that's a goner, huh?
Probably cut it in fourths.
Yeah, unless I swipe it before we leave.
Yeah. You're more than welcome to it if you want it.
No. I need you to have your cereal.
But that's the other tip too. When you put a plant in, you take the sticker that came with it, the little information.
Yeah, come back a little bit because you're in the
Yeah.
sun and gotta make sure.
Yeah. Take the card that came with it, tells what the name of the plant, what it likes, and all that. And I put it up behind it, and that way, in the fall when I'm taking them out, I number the ones I like, 1 through 10, which ones worked out well. Some don't work out well.
Okay, so you're doing different varieties plants.
Plants, yes.
Nice.
So yeah, some plants,
for
you know,
you.
like I won't buy again, but like that one,
Uh-huh.
that comes, it hangs well, it shows well. That's a 9 or a 10.
Oh, good for
So
you.
I write it on the tag,
Uh-huh.
and
So you're just slipping that tag on the back over
On the
there.
back, on the
This way
back behind it.
this way nobody sees it.
and then you don't see it.
Ah, you're a sneaky
I
guy.
know. I love it.
Yeah, no
Love
kidding.
being a sneak.
Well, one of the things I've noticed the whole time over here is that you have water over there going on,
Right.
and that water is always really a good element because behind us, camera dude, if you turn around, and we're going to be seeing it. Maybe we'll see, maybe we won't. We had a whole flock of birds that were hanging out over
Yeah,
here.
they hang out there,
Yeah,
but they're worse than a cat. Very skittish.
so you have different types of feeders I see going on.
Right.
You get bird feeders, you have hummingbird feeders,
Right.
and you have bee feeders.
Yeah. Yeah. The bees are boss.
Aren't they though?
That's another thing I did. It not too successful. Is I put that thing underneath of it.
Which was that?
This right here,
Oh yeah.
and it's to catch the seed.
Oh, as it falls through.
As they land on it, they tip it, and it falls through, it catches it, and I dump it.
Oh.
Didn't work out as good as I want, but I don't know. I thought about putting this on top of a 5-gallon bucket,
Uh-huh.
and I got a big round heavy glass ball to put on it in the hot sun, and maybe it would divot a little bit
Yeah.
and make these fall in easier.
Ah.
Then you just unscrew and empty.
So you're
But-
in other words, you're always tinkering.
I'm always tinkering and thinking of ideas.
Yeah. So have you ever thought of now? This I like. See, what we have to really worry about are mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes will breed in a quarter inch of water very quickly.
Very quickly.
And so if you're going to be having any kind of water, make sure that it's moving water. That's real important because the mosquitoes aren't going to be hanging around water that's splashing and all that, and then their larvae are not able to dance around.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we have raccoons that like to take a bath in it.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. And then they come up to the pet bowl by the door where I got fresh water for it, and they wash their hands.
Uh-huh.
And you look out in the morning and it's black. Wash their hands.
Nothing worse than a dirty raccoon.
But yeah,
That's really kind of neat. Now, one of the things that you rarely, I don't want to say rarely see, but people think that these are banana plants. And they look at these as if they're banana plants because they have giganormous leaves.
Yes.
And banana plants have giganormous leaves. You also have, banana plants will also split like this. This splits like this, but it's not an nanner tree. This has one of the most neatest botanical names to it. Are you familiar with it?
no, what is it?
Okay, it's Strelitzia nicolai. Strelitzia
He named
nicolai.
it.
This is what it is over here. Let's see if you can get a picture of this. This is called a giant bird of paradise.
Yes.
And look at this. This is just such a graceful, huge plant over here. Now, you're probably familiar with the regular bird of paradise. It's a smaller version.
Smaller. We have some out front.
Oh, you do, huh? Okay. Okay. And yeah, they get much smaller. They can get this tall if you want them to.
Yeah.
Clumping kind of plants. And the amount of shade that's coming up. I mean, look at it. I got to tell you, Dan, this right here, just hanging right here. Come on over here. We got to be at least 8 degrees cooler right
sure.
here.
Close to 10 degrees cooler. Yeah.
Yeah, that is really neat.
Yeah.
That's one of the awesome things about it is getting tangled up in the leaves.
Well, yeah, I've actually set up a lounge chair and
Oh.
and a little table and read my book and have my iced tea.
That's
and
nice.
I've fallen asleep out here. Neighbors complain that I snore.
Well, you know, I think at that point it's their problem.
It's
Just
their
blame it
problem.
on the raccoon.
Right, a raccoon. Yeah. That means the raccoon.
You got your raccoon. He's nice and clean, and now he wants to take a nap.
Oh,
Well, I want to thank you for sharing your yard with us, and especially the concept of that. That is in the. I mean, you talk about going vertical. That's vertical. I mean, that's literally vertical.
that's vertical. Yeah.
Yeah, and especially that the idea that you're maximizing all the space that you have, and then you're using foresight to gather everything up, and then to recycle, reuse where your compost soil bin is over there, and those neat little tricks over there that you showed us with the.
Yeah, to get the eggshells fine,
Yeah.
and then grind up the dirt.
I'm going to have to go to the doctor for that handshake that we got.
Oh, sorry about that.
Well, I will see you on Facebook.
Thank you so much. You sure will.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming.
Indeed.
Yes.
Thanks for joining me on another excursion of Things Green. Our goal is to educate, inform, and entertain so you can become exposed to a green lifestyle inside and outside of the home and community, all on your terms. Join me next time right here as we help you with Things Green.